Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jasmine, and in this video I am making well, you know what, I'm gonna say I'm trying to make a summertime drink. I personally love fun and fruity drinks in the summertime, and so this is going to be my attempt at making, drumroll please, watermelon mint rosé sangria. You know, another thing about this recipe is that I wanted it to be cheap and easy to do because I'm cheap and easy to do. But no, I wanted it to be affordable. So on this recipe here, I only spent $19. 19! This is going to make a pitcher, so it's well worth it. Whether you want to share it, drink it all to yourself, choice is yours, but here we go. Whew, let me pull up my ingredients. My laptop's over here. All right, and without further ado, let's get started. Ingredients, please. Ta-da! This is all that it takes, guys. So a lot of the recipes call for fresh watermelon juice, but I wasn't about to buy watermelon and, you know, blend it. So I'm going to cheat and use this Minute Maid watermelon juice because it was literally only $1. And then I had a quarter of a fresh watermelon here, which I am going to cut and use kind of as a garnish to put in my pitcher afterwards. And then it calls for whatever flavor vodka that you choose. I choose New Amsterdam apple because I thought it would be a nice fruity addition to the watermelon flavor. And then of course our rosé here. Any white wine would work. You can use a Moscato or Riesling, anything you choose. I chose rosé because bitches love rosé. So we have some fresh cut organic mint here. Can you see that? The light's kind of, you know, doing its thing, but there. We have some fresh mint, and of course, our pitcher here. We're going to get some limes. I chose 3 because we're going to juice some of them to add to our recipe, and the others we are going to slice and then add again as a garnish in our pitcher. And then this here is optional, sparkling water. If you find that afterwards your sangria has too much of a watermelon taste, you can add a splash of water or sparkling water to it. Also, the sparkling water will of course give it a little razzle dazzle, fizzle, fizzle, fizzle. So here we go. So moving on. Woo! The first thing I'm going to work on is the limes, the watermelon, and the mint, because these items require me to either muddle, cut, or juice, which is time consuming. So I'm gonna work on those first because I don't feel like doing it later. Let's start with the watermelon. About a quarter of it. This was $2.24. I'm just gonna take this wrapper off here. All right, let me get a cutting board because this is leaking. So I am taking the wrapper off the watermelon. Let me dispose of this over there. I'm just using any old kitchen knife here. This is probably too large, I don't know. Let me just say this before I really dig in deep and dive into this whole recipe thing. A, I'm not a professional. B, I'm far from a chef. C, I never even made this shit before. And D, I don't really know what I'm doing. So any kind of technique that you would do differently is probably correct because I am just doing whatever needs to be done to get the job done. So with that being said, hi-ya! Just kidding. I am going to cut. I wonder if I should move my camera so you can see it a little better. That's gonna take some work. Am I too lazy? Yes. Kind of release that bad boy and just kind of, you know, turn it to, you know, just get it up out of there. You just kind of lift your knife if it's sticking. Make sure you stay clear of your fingers. So I took the knife, I went around the perimeter of the watermelon like so, and then we can just kind of lift here, off. Put that on the cutting board. You can see these chunks. So now I'm going to cut this watermelon into chunks. Doesn't have to be perfect because at the end of the day I'm just gonna really chuck these bad boys in the pitcher here. So I'm cutting these into chunks. I thought I heard something. I got a knife. I have a knife. I'm not afraid to use it. How crazy if I was killed on this freaking video because some intruder busted in my house and then I go viral. Oh my God. Granted, who's gonna post it? What if somebody broke into my house, killed me, I then posted my YouTube video that I'm recording right now, and then they go viral? Guy, wouldn't that be a bitch? I would be pissed. I would haunt you from my grave. Like I said, nothing special. I literally just cut these into chunks. Adding the watermelon to a bowl, just so I can have it for later. On the docket. So the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I personally love lime juice, so I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of lime juice. So I bought 3 lemons here. Good God, limes. I bought 3 limes here because I need enough to add 4 tablespoons of juice, and then the rest I'm just going to slice and set aside to add to my mix later. So I don't know the best method of juicing, so I'm just going to take this lime, cut it in half, like so. Okay, easy enough, 2 halves. And now I am going to take my tablespoon measuring cup, and I'm going to just squeeze it in here because that seems like the most logical thing to do. Here we go. I really feel like it's gonna squeeze in my eye. I do feel like it's gonna squeeze in my eye. Is it extra to put on glasses? No, I'm putting on glasses. Safety first. So from here, I'm squeezing 4 tablespoons of juice. So this is 1 tablespoon. So let's do that math, guys. I'm gonna do it 4 times and then add it to my bowl to set it aside later. Here we go. 1. That doesn't look like a lot. Okay. It's all missing the cup, and you know what? I'm not gonna even measure this. I'm just gonna squeeze it straight into my bowl. And that should be about 4 tablespoons. Sure, that looks right. There we go. Of course, if you're fancy enough to have a juicer, then load this guy in there and juice it on up, but I don't. So I am squeezing the old-fashioned way. You know, I'm a hard worker. I believe in really just getting to the nitty-gritty of it. So squeeze your lemon lime juice in here. God, they look crazy. You hear that? And there is our lime juice. So fresh, so clean. Job well done. Setting that aside. Boom. So far we have chunked a quarter of a watermelon. We have juiced 1 lime, and now we will muddle some fresh mint. Moving on. Oh, that is fresh. Here we go. Of course, looks like that. Fresh mint. So to muddle this, I'm going to, first of all, let's call the ingredient size a handful. Let me go get something to muddle this in. God, there's lime juice everywhere. God damn it, I need to go rinse this off. All right, so we're gonna take our fresh mint here, and the first thing we're gonna do is rinse it off. So let me go do that. God damn it, I keep getting up. So we have our fresh mint here. So I just rinsed it off. I took all that was in the package here. I'm gonna add it to my bowl. And Jesus, excuse me. Disgusting. So I'm going to add it to my bowl here, and then I'm going to take my fancy dancy muddler here, also known as a whisk to some, and then I'm just going to kind of stab and turn at it a bit to kind of mimic some muddling, and that will release some of the flavor when we put it into our liquid mixture. So stabbing, turn, stab, turn, stab, turn, stab, turn, hey, stab, turn, and stab, turn, stab, turn, stab, turn. You know what? I originally thought this whisk was silly, but it is working very well. Perfect. Okay, just for the sake of aesthetics here, I am going to pull off the stems. Pulling off the stems. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right. I'm also going to point out that I'm not like smushing it to smithereens here. I'm just kind of flaking it. I don't know the term. I don't know, guys. Really, I'm not a professional. I want to maintain some kind of credibility here, but also, you know what? Do what you think's best, because fuck it. Let me just recap. We have chunked our quarter of our watermelon. We have juiced our entire lime, and we have muddled our container of fresh mint. So now I'm just going to take the remainder of my limes and just cut those in slices. Because that's going to be a garnish in your pitcher. So I don't really know. So I'm just cutting off the ends here, and then I'm just cutting thin slices. So thin slices. I want to point out also this is not the best knife, so I'm really working it in there. Also, let me not look at the camera while I'm cutting because I just felt it slip a little bit. Okay, this knife sucks. I'm like really getting in there. It's really, okay. Those aren't turning out great. Let me just use the big one. Oh, there we go. There she is. You know what? I'm gonna say that cutting this lime requires a butcher knife. In my official recipe, I will be adding that this step requires a butcher knife. Guys, how totally awkward if I cut off my thumb. My name's Jasmine, subscribe to my channel. I don't mean that offensively to anyone who's missing their thumb. Let me apologize for that, so. All right, and just like that, we have our fresh cut limes. As you can see, I just cut them in slices there. And again, we are setting them aside. And we're moving on to our liquid items. Oh, yeah. Liquid. All right, I'm sorry. All right. All right, so now we are moving on to our liquid items. So of course, again, we have our orange sparkling water, our New Amsterdam apple flavored vodka, our Rosé, and our watermelon Maid juice. And of course our pitcher. Haha. The first thing we're gonna do is open up the instructions because I forgot. This recipe takes a whole bottle of the wine. So we're going to just open this wine here, open our rosé, and we're going to pour it in our pitcher. This wine here is called Sunday Cellars. It will be embarrassing for some, but very, very exciting for others. I paid $2.99 for this bottle of wine, which means that it will give me an extreme headache, probably give me alcohol poisoning, but also get me drunk for a real cheap time. So pour the whole bottle in. Here we go. That does not look like a lot. I thought that would be a lot more in there. That is not a lot. You know what, let me just, that is dry. We're adding 6 cups of our Maid juice. I don't know why I'm throwing all that shit. I'm literally gonna have to pick it up later, so. We are going to add Oh, this smells good. Here we are at the vodka. So 1 cup definitely seems like a lot for this pitcher. Fuck it. I'm going full 1 cup. Full 1 cup. Here we go. I would taste this, but I don't want to die. I feel like 1 cup was definitely too much, but it's also too late. No regrets. Now we are adding in our ingredients that we prepared earlier. First, our lime juice. So here we go. This is 1 lime squeezed. Pour in. Add that. Now we're mixing that lime juice in. Next, I'm going to add our mint leaves, our muddled mint leaves. I'm going to add the whole bowl. So I'm just going to dump those in there. Like so. And I'm just going to mix. Ooh, that looks good. Next, we're going to add our fruit. So first is our chunked watermelon. So, you know, you could just add the watermelon into what you think will be enough. Add that, add that. That might be enough. You know, guys, add the fruit too as you see fit, you know. So if you see the overflowing, maybe stop adding chunks of watermelon, but you know, it's up to you. Now we have in our chunked watermelon. Next, we're gonna add our sliced limes. So that I have here. You can see those, bada boom, bada boom. You can just add those slices in like so. I'm gonna add all of them because I love the flavor. And then I'm gonna continue to stir. I'm gonna stir gently because I don't wanna kind of rip apart my watermelon chunks here. Last but not least, I'm going to add in my Zephyr Hills orange sparkling water, a half a can of this. Just to kind of give it some fizz and a slight orange flavor. And then you add your lid. So you're gonna wanna chill this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, just so all of the flavors can mesh together and all the flavors can be brought out from the fruit. So refrigerate for at least 2 hours. I will do a taste test in 2 hours to let you know the final result. So I'm just gonna taste a little bit right now just to see where we're at, you know, just to see where we're at. Guys, it's so good. I done did it. Game over. I got Sangria on lock. This all me. You know what? Aisha Curry, what up? What up? Because it's going to be even more amazing in 2 hours once it's like chilled and once it's set. So let me get a closer look here so you guys can see. So that's what it looks like, guys. And that's it. So I'm gonna go toss this in the fridge and let it sit. And I'm back. All right, guys, so I let this chill for exactly 2 hours. You can do it for longer, of course, but I just wanted to see how it tastes. I'm gonna pour myself a glass here of the watermelon mint rosé sangria. So let's just pour some. Let's pour some. Let's pour some. Let's pour some. Ooh. Da, 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 da. And then, of course, if you're serving it, you can kind of just open the pitcher here and just kind of get some fruit out to garnish your individual glass. So I'm going to add a couple of things. Just gonna add a mint and a lime. All right, here is my finished glass, guys. As you can see, got a lot of good stuff going on in there. And let's give it a try. It is so good. Oh my God. It's a drink of the summer. I know we're kind of already well in, but you know what? It's not too late. Jump on it now. It's so refreshing. It has a light, crisp taste, and you can definitely taste the mint and all of the sweetness of the watermelon, but also the slight sour and bitterness of the lime. So I highly recommend this if, you know what, if you love yourself, you know, because you deserve it. So I'll make sure to put the recipe and the instructions and the ingredients in the description of this video. Remember guys, it cost me under $20 to make, and you have this large pitcher for yourself or to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like these of me trying new things and new recipes, let me know in the comments and I'll whip something else up for you. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching guys. Until next time.